wild.
Triple
That
crown
is
over
wild.
here. Fuck.
There you go.
Yeah, something that really interests me in the NBA lately, the Bradley Beal situation, that guy going off and the whole situation in Washington. What do you boys think?
It's insane. Like he's literally like pulling out like insane numbers, and then they lost what 4 out of 5 or even worse. I don't even want to like know.
They're 3-11 right now.
Yeah.
They're doing awful, and he's the
Yeah.
leading scorer in the league with
Oof.
35 points a game. So he's the highest scorer, and they're the worst team. I don't think that's ever happened before.
And they have then they have another guy, Russell Westbrook, who's elite. Like something should be happening good over there.
Yeah, former MVP Russell Westbrook averaged a triple-double 2 seasons in a row. Like, but if I thought back about it, and he's never been on a really like good winning team. Like they
Russ?
never win. Yeah. Like I think the best was when he was in OKC and they made it to the finals there. But that's when they had like him, KD, and Harden. They were all really young. So like when he was on Houston, they never really got far. It's his style of play is really chaotic, you know.
He's like I don't know, like I find he's like a street baller. Like he'll just like do anything to get that win there. Like he obviously loves to win, Westbrook, but then again, it's like I
think that's his secondary passion, winning. I think scoring is his first passion.
Maybe,
Stats.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a loser. That's a loser mentality.
But I'm looking at like the Wizards, and I'm looking at Bradley Beal as the guy, not Russ as the guy. That's the thing for some reason. Like I know John Wall. Yeah, I know John Wall was the guy with Bradley Beal. You know, that was a good one too. But now I'm looking at Bradley Beal as a guy, and he's finally realizing that like he can't do it on his own now. You know what I mean?
Nah, he's been looking rough on the bench the last couple of days. Like he wouldn't even talk to his teammates. He was talking to himself. He's looking pretty bad.
I think he needs to be on. He needs to be on the court in the dying seconds, right? No matter what.
But they're not even.
They're not even close.
Yeah, they weren't even close. He's just resting because there's no chance.
Yeah,
he's like, I just put up 50, bro. I'm drained. Give me the last 2 minutes off. We're not gonna make 20 points.
Yeah. Like I was saying last time, like Washington's one of the few teams that had a ton of games postponed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that plays into their record. That like they don't have the chemistry yet, but still, like for him to put up 40 plus games, and the last 10 that he has done that, they've lost. I mean, there's a bigger issue there, you know.
That's so rough to think about.
Poor guy, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people thought like Westbrook would be like a huge help there, but based on his style, like you guys mentioned, he's kind of just all over the place. He doesn't really fit into like a system. Like it was good in OKC. Like OKC, they built the system around him because they were used to him being there. He wasn't on the Rockets long enough for them to kind of develop and change their system around his style of play. Didn't work out. Now he's in Washington, obviously brand new. They also haven't adapted to that style of play, and I don't think that's going to transition well at all.
No.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to know their role in the team. It's been that way since the beginning of basketball. It's a team sport. If you can't properly take on a role, how are you supposed to win a championship?
A lot of egos in that league, man.
Yeah, but you just have to have, like the way that I see it is you just have to have the biggest ego on the top. That's your go-to guy, and then just system everybody else. And that's it.
Yeah. But with how the NBA is and how teams are looking and being built and free agencies and these trades and shit, like you don't have that one ego on top. You have two, a lot of instances, 3. Like that's how the NBA is built, you know, and like you're starting 5 guys. So to have 40 to 60% of your team, like as the guys, like it's just not, I don't think that'll ever work, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So like, not every team can have LeBron. So
there's talks of Beal maybe getting traded. That would be interesting. I think he would be an amazing fit on the Clippers. That would take them up like
that would take your
next
pick.
level.
He's just trying to back himself up from last. Yeah, that's why he's Clippers got it all. He's just trying to add to that, dude.
This is what the people are saying.
The Warriors, man. I think
trying to hype up the stock.
Yeah, but you're looking at who goes back to Washington if he goes to the Clippers. You know what I mean? Do you really want to mess up their chemistry now? Do you really want to give up a key piece like we give up?
Well, whoever they give up, it's not going to be worthy of like it's not going to be a Beal, right? So they can give up whatever they want as long as it's not
it's
Y
picks.
or PG. It's just
I
going
think
to be
you gotta go
drafts and
picks.
like a couple, maybe one like key guy that can kind of fit into the system that they're trying to do over in Washington. And sometimes that's enough, especially where Washington is right now. I mean, they're not doing anything anytime soon.
The way that Beal's looking, like, would you trade like Westbrook first?
The thing is, I don't think there's a demand for Westbrook right now for teams that are trying to make a push.
Yeah, his stock's down right now.
Yeah, I think it's a bit rough.
Like, how long was he in Houston? 1 year?
I think
Westbrook,
it was 2.
I think 2 years, two
Yeah.
seasons. Yeah.
Okay.
I would love like Beal. I think he would fit into the Warriors pretty nicely. Like his style, I think he's
extra shooter.
Kinda, yeah, Golden State, especially with Clay, not being around. Obviously, there's only so much Steph can do. Obviously, they got some other good guys, but like you put him on the Warriors and they might look good. And they got some decent draft picks. They had a pretty bad season, not like the Clippers, so they have better picks.
Yeah, and the rookie's really stepping up these days.
Wiseman's a
I think
beast.
he's beating LaMelo right now. If you ask me, for rookie of the year. Yeah,
LaMelo's coming off the bench though. Like,
exactly.
I don't know why. I know they don't want to rush him or anything like that, but I think he's ready to
Good things
to
take
start.
time.
But who's starting right now instead of Melo?
Rozier? No.
Yeah, Rozier's in there. Gordon Hayward in the backcourt.
Okay.
I mean, well, how much they paying? How much they paying Rozier? So I guess they can't, have him on the bench to start. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and their coach said like LaMelo was turning the ball over too much.
Yeah, it's baby steps, I guess.
Yeah. Like he could finish the year off being a starter. I think it's a matter of time.
Yeah, until his dad gets involved, and we'll see.
He already has.
Yeah,
he's been talking.
Yeah. No kidding.
He's fucking lunatic, that guy.
You gotta give him the credit, though, man. All three of his sons are in the NBA or the G League, so
and everybody knows who they are. We all know who they are, and it was the first time I heard about that whole thing. It was with that dad. Whatever something he was saying, something he was doing. Then I started to learn all the kids, and I was like, oh shit, okay, he upped their stock for sure.
Yeah, he did a good job. Yeah. He did.
Can't discredit him there, that's for sure. Still annoying as fuck, but
yeah, he's a maniac.
I know we wanted to get into the Sixers first, but I wanted to, because we're in the trade talk kind of thing. I saw that they're the Cavs are looking to buy out Drummond so he could go to the Nets. That would just be wild.
That would be huge for Brooklyn.
Solidifies their championship, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
they all stay
help on
healthy.
the defensive end. Yeah.
And that's where they're lacking right now, defensively. Yeah. Like they're letting in 140, 130s.
They're like the Chiefs of the NBA. The only way to beat them is to outscore them, and it's so hard to do that they're able to give up a shit ton of points. So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that would be crazy, but only time could tell, I guess.
But yeah, Cleveland doesn't need that many big men right now.
No,
I heard they're trying to move Kevin Love too. No,
they were thinking of him to Brooklyn as well.
Holy,
like Kyrie already played with Love, so they might have some chemistry already
together.
True, yeah, they're champions.
Yeah,
but that's like 4 All-Stars you're looking at on one team, and like 2 former MVPs. It's like insane the amount of talent.
That's true. If you fucking
scoring champions,
yeah.
Even then, you might not.
Yeah.
He's a mutant, LeBron. So
that duo of him and AD is just disgusting, man. Like they're so consistent and just so good, and they understand what they're supposed to do. They're role guys.
They're on a mission.
Kind of crazy to think.
They have a mission.
Yeah.
And they're going.
Especially AD. He's like, I need to get my championships now before LeBron's gone. He's like, this is my time. Then I do whatever the fuck I want. I got 3 years, a 3-year window. They got one, and now they're just pushing. He's like, give me 1-2 more. He's like, straight to the Hall of Fame. AD is a beast.
Yeah. Crazy.
That's it. But yeah, there's also a good team right now. The Sixers. The Sixers are top. What are they top in the East?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
First in the East, and Embiid's playing amazing. Simmons is like, he knows his weaknesses, and he's just like doing everything else. He's getting a triple-double a couple games now. And then Tobias Harris, he's doing really good.
Yeah.
I think having Doc Rivers as their coach, he's changed the
mentality
culture over there.
Yeah.
That's what
A
they
coach could
needed,
do
'cause
that.
they had so many key guys in like the right spots, and they just never could. They were always there. They always made the playoffs, because I mean, with that kind of skill, you're not going to make the playoffs, I guess, or you're gonna make it. But once you get there, you're like, holy fuck, how did we don't
What
fit
do we
in
do?
type thing. Exactly, and that's kind of what's been happening. And so that coaching change up top is massive for them.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest change right now. And then now it's all the players knowing their role. They should have been going to Embiid every play.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Because like he's a man, I guess. Simmons is good and all, but I think Embiid is the man you go to, you rely on. So, but can they win? I don't know.
I think Doc Rivers can be that X factor. I think, Brooklyn is still the favorite in the East.
Yeah,
just given all the talent that they have. But
want to talk
Philly
head
can give them a
coaches?
run for their money.
Doc Rivers he's got the extra points there, right? If you want to talk about like the East, look what he's doing already for them. And then you look at Brooklyn, like all those egos on that team, new faces playing together for the first time, and you have a rookie head coach.
Yeah,
so that could also
deal with.
He was a great player and everything, but that doesn't always transition into being a great coach.
No.
So especially when your guys probably have bigger egos than you do, and
they're more experienced than you,
more vocal than you. They've already accomplished more than you may have in your career. Like they might not respect you as much. And even though they don't say it, that's just like an attitude type thing that could be a problem. I haven't really heard anything coming out really that Nash has been an issue there, or they don't respect him. But if the organization's trying to stay tight about it, you're not going to hear about it until they lose.
Before the season started, Kyrie, he made a comment. He was like, we're not going to have a coach. We're just going to kind of do our thing.
Yeah, that's it. We're all just going to show up.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
But you sense a bit of a change there. Since then, I think he's almost even backpedaled a little bit on that comment too. So
because management told him. The fuck are you saying?
Yeah. To win championships, you need a coach. It's as simple as that, right?
Just this conversation, the way that I'm thinking about the NBA now, because we're always talking about all these egos and all these people, it could come down, and all the skill in the league, it could come down to good coaches versus bad coaches. It's crazy.
It's essentially what
it's
going to be.
Coaching and knowing your role, just buying into that team game.
Yeah. Look at Nick Nurse, for example. He's a good coach. He won Coach of the Year. He has a ring, so that played a big factor into the championship. So
the biggest part is having that respect and the trust from your players, that relationship. Nick Nurse, you can tell everyone on the Raptors loved playing for him. They had that relationship off the court too.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing for Steve Kerr. He's always a funny guy. He's good for the media and everything, but you can tell he's super genuine with his players. And if you fuck up, he's telling you. If you're doing good, he's telling you even more. So I think that's something players want to play for someone like that. Just like any, I guess, workspace. You want a boss that if you like your boss, you're going to do more and whatnot. So
they say that 70% of people work for their supervisor, that they stay at a job because of their supervisor rather than the whole company, rather than all that. The person that you got to talk to every single day, and the person that's in charge of you, if you have a good relationship with them, it goes a long way.
I can't lie, that's why I stayed at Best Buy for 8 years. Had a good management. So
that's exactly it.
Was it Kyle?
I wish. We were both two doofuses fucking working.
Yeah.
Back, so.
You were? Or you are?
Good times.
Which one?
We are, but we were working at Best Buy.
Okay,
The only past tense is that we were working at Best Buy. Everything else is still the same.
So the All-Star voting starts today.
Yeah,
and
madness.
How does that work in the NBA? Kind of same way as the NHL?
I think so. I don't know. I haven't seen what happens in the NHL over the last little while, but if it's the same as a few years back, then the top, the starters get voted in, and then coaches and other people vote in the reserves.
Okay, so but we vote, the people vote.
It's all social
starters,
media.
Yeah, for the starters. Okay, so
NHL's not like that anymore ever since John Scott, so it's all internal. Yeah.
Fucking
okay,
cowards.
the players. Well, why not? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Cowards.
Even who was it? Alex Caruso almost made it last year. just because people were hyping him up, and there was another guy.
Him with the headband. I just saw that picture everywhere.
Yeah.
Who's the other guy? I know there was another guy that.
It was a Euro player, I think. It was a European.
Boban, the
ugly
dude?
dude. Yeah, Boban.
Oh,
speaking of that,
I love that fucking guy, dude. He's the best.
Bro, look up his wife. She's a 10 on 10.
Here we go. Every time.
Bro, how do we know? Bro, any athlete, bro, look at his wife. Look at his
she's like 5'11" now. Not, I mean, like 5'2", and then he's like what 7'6".
It's a big difference.
Yeah. He's legit like 8 feet.
Yeah,
it's insane. But he's probably one of the best personalities in the NBA. There's so many of them, but he's the best and like so casual, and he's not trying to be that guy. He's just so natural, and everyone fucking loves him for it.
Yeah,
I absolutely love that.
You could literally be shit and have that personality on your team. You'll stay on the team because of that personality.
Yeah, he's a player's player, man. And that's what you got to do. Like,
man.
Fucking hilarious.
All right.
But I seen someone, because like it's all on retweets and stuff for like how to get into it. So someone, it was I forget who it was. Maybe like I'm guessing it was a Grizzlies fan. They put like one name, like they put a list like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, blah blah blah, and like you retweet it, they all get votes. They're all in the same tweet. But they shifted one letter from each name to make it wrong, so it wouldn't count towards voting. And the only one right was like John Morant or something. So people are retweeting for like LeBron and shit, but all the names are spelled different except for one. So only that one guy is actually getting the votes, and he's just setting the trap for everybody.
God damn.
That's awesome. Brilliant. That's so good.
All right, before we close out the segment, we want to talk about the man Shaq. How's he doing?
I didn't hear about this.
Do you love him? Do you love him or do you hate him?
He's been annoying, man. He's pissing a lot of players off. That's for sure.
Yeah, him and Charles Barkley always doing like the shows in the halftime and the after games. Like, I think the huge argument would be, does he add value to the sport or not? Or is he becoming Don Cherry? Like that, I think that's the thing.
The thing for me is, I think a guy like, everyone knows who he is. He's another fucking crazy personality. A lot of people like him. He's funny. He brings a lot of laughs to. I mean, the what is it, NBA on TNT or whatever fucking thing.
Yeah,
that's brilliant. I think they have a great cast there, and it's fucking hilarious the shit they do. And I think he needs to stick with that. Like, I don't know, all of a sudden, I don't know if it's just him or if people are, in his ear, like the producers and shit, like, all right, we need something more, we need some sound bites and shit like that aren't just comedy. So now he's like calling out guys, but I'm like, you're like, let Barkley be that guy. Players already don't like him. Why are you making Shaq do this? This guy's like one of the most lovable guys for the NBA. Everyone, loved him. All centers wanted to be him, everything like that. Let Barkley do that shit. But like, I don't know. I think he's taken away from himself, and he's obviously pissing off players. And I don't like what he's doing. I prefer him when he's doing the other role. So it takes away.
Because
he's getting a little bitter right now. It sounds like, like it's more of a guards league, and I think he's all about, you got to be a big man and you got to dominate, and there's not many doing that. And now he called out Dwight Howard, he called out JaVale McGee, he's called out Rudy Gobert this season,
big time.
And like everybody else is like, what do we do? Like,
yeah,
like nobody knows. And then the last thing with Donovan Mitchell, he was just like, all right, sure. They don't even want to acknowledge him anymore.
Yeah. What do you do in that position though? Like, you're live on TV and you just finish a game, and then your first interview is Shaq is like, yeah, I said you were shit earlier on the show. He's like, what do you think about that? Like, he's literally, that's exactly the questions and stuff he's having with these players live after they just busted their ass and fucking played a great game, or won a game, like they won fucking 10 in a row, whatever it is. Like,
yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I said you were shit, and you're not that good. You probably won't get better. And like, he's just saying this kind of stuff to players, and people are like, okay, like,
bro, tell me that before the game so I could score a fucking triple double and shut him up. But
yeah, but I guess they're just trying to get him to, it sounds like he's more of a media person now. He's just trying to get the buzz responses, get people to make memes out of people, like, it was just horrible.
Dude's also
like it.
Yeah, it's just horrible.
He's also going through a lot. Like, he lost his sister. He lost Kobe in the same year. Like, it could be all mentally too. Like, he could just be like fucked up in the head right now.
Yeah, he might have been spending too many days, reliving the glory days. thinking about back then, and now he's fucking pissed at the world because he's not an NBA player anymore. But he had his good time, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know why you have to be bitter or anything like that. You know, he did it. You know what I mean?
He's one of the best. One of the best.
Yeah, it's solidified Hall of Fame. Like, he's gonna go down as one of the greatest centers, greatest Lakers. But I think not enough people bring him up
in the
when they talk about like the greats. You know, so like maybe he doesn't love that. You know.
Yeah, but I guess it's different for everybody, right? I'd be happy to be just rich and have gone through all that, but at the same time, I never lived that life, so I guess it's a lot different for everybody.
Because you think about that kind of money, it's not the money anymore; it's the legacy. So
yeah. But you think like Jason Tatum, Devin Booker, all these guys, they're always like, Kobe's my idol. Like he's the reason that I played. DeMar, same thing. I don't hear anybody ever saying Shaq's the reason I got into basketball.
Yeah,
because he couldn't hit it. He couldn't hit a shot. You know what I mean? Like, that wasn't his game. It's so different now. The league, like you said, it's just a whole different thing.
Yeah, it's a guard.
So not that many not going to get you inspired trying to make the NBA either. So who are you looking up to?
You're not going to be in the gym being like, I want to be Shaq.
To shadow them. Yeah, exactly.
That's it. Like, it's not going to happen. For me, when I see Shaq, I just see a loophole in the game. Like a big fucking guy who's just bigger than everybody, just stepped over everybody. Like,
yeah, he's a creative player kind of guy.
Yeah, that's it. Like, you just throw the hole. Weight. You just keep on throwing it down low. Like,
him and Yao Ming. Put Yao Ming 7'9", whatever the fuck he was. Just like tips it in. I'm like, oh, but he's fake.
Like, look what we were saying about the Greek Freak last week. Is that we were saying that people were leaving open for threes. People, you know what I mean? Like. So it's a different game for sure.
Pure athleticism. That's all it is.
It's a whole different game.
Yeah,
I'm with it,
man. It's gonna be a good season though. At the end of the day, I want to see some trades.
Yeah, I'm always.
Playoffs should be really good.
Yeah, I'm stoked for that.
No Raptors this year in the playoffs. Sorry, John.
It's early.
Oh, good.
It's early.
Yeah, they're making shit, dude. No chance. It's not that early.
I'll root for Dallas. I'll take Dallas in my wing here.
Yeah, they got a better chance.
Yeah. Just a big Luka fan, so.
Yeah, you should get put the jersey on for our next NBA.
I'm stupid for not putting on the jersey.
Pissed
when we had it last time.
Are we ordering? I want to get an NBA jersey.
Yeah, I want to get LaMelo, but it's just stupid expensive sometimes.
They got some really cool City Edition jerseys this year.
Oh god,
that's the one they have available. The teal one for Charlotte. I'm like, oh, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, Dallas has the white and gold, I think.
Yeah, which is pretty nice too.
Yeah,
I love the Miami Vice.
Miami.
Yeah, it's really dope. I really like that one. There's so many good jerseys out there, man. Basketball, like the retro, like Grizzlies jersey, the purple Raptors jersey with the fucking dinosaur on it. Like, fuck,
too
man.
Good.
It's so good.
Too good.
Absolutely.
All right, well, wrap up the segment. Vic, thanks so much for coming on. We expect you next week.
Yeah.
Have a great week.
Thanks.
See you guys
our
soon,
expert. Ciao, man.
Yeah. Ciao.
Ciao, man. Take care.